Assalamualaikum and good day. I'm Ukqt and members of the floor. Today we from Group 5 will be presenting you our extracurricular program proposal for Ukqt 3001. First and foremost, our group members are one Harith Nazmie, Mohd Fakkar Ariff, Tze Lik and me myself, Nurul Atifah. So we'll be focusing on the selected attributes, which are the communication skills, leadership and teamworking skills, adaptability and also thinking skills. So the reason behind this selection are due to the issues of the graduates not being able to communicate professionally, lack the skills to cooperate well in teams, unable to adapt to new environment, and also lastly is inadequate critical thinking in dealing with challenging environment. So these issues need to be addressed because graduates that are able to communicate professionally would allow others to have better understanding on the topics that they are discussing about. And great leadership and teamworking skills are required for the growth of organization, while adaptability is important as there's constant changes around us every day. Lastly, individuals that are able to think critically could solve problems and understand the consequences of their actions. Hence, we have discussed and come out with a program to enhance these attributes that will be presented by my teammates.
Before our team designed our program, we did a survey to have a rough idea on what the student want and expect on this program outcome. This is the result of the survey. Based on the survey, 75% of the respondents state that the webinar helped to develop their career path, and they suggest that the webinar to be more interactive and well managed. Other than that, the survey also shows that most of the students are seeking for new concept or inspiration and even an idea towards developing in terms of education and also knowledge. An architecture portfolio is one of the most important tools as an architect or an architecture student should possess. Presented through the careful selection of drawing, image, text and photograph, it represents a timeline and record of experience that demonstrate its creator architecture skills, method and capabilities. An architect portfolio is essentially a tool used to present and demonstrate the skills and service they can provide for the future employer, whether it is a position within an architecture practice or for the private project directly associated to a client. The same can also be said for new students who are initially applying for a college or university placement, although here there is a slightly more emphasis put upon presenting an interest and passion for the subject. Nonetheless, it is very unlikely that any employment or position will be given without firstly viewing the application portfolio, as it is simply the only item that can physically provide evidence of their abilities and provide a certain level of guarantee that they are capable of carrying out the work that are required. Our program contains three main activities. The first one is the webinar sharing session, where the invited panels will share their knowledge, thought and experience on the industry and architecture life in general. Second is the individual portfolio presentation. This is where the student will share their personal work such as architecture drawing, rendering and their final project. Lastly will be the team portfolio presentation. On this part, a group of students will present their group work to the audience, followed with Q&A session. Our goal on this program are: first, gaining insight on the working environment and industry. Second is to help build environment students to have better understanding on architecture language. Third is to gain basic skills on architecture related software. And lastly is improving presentation skills and communication skills. While our objective on this program are: first is to exhibit and showcase the talents of students. Second is to help the student to have employment and connectivity opportunities. Third is to exhibit new innovation and technology related to the built environment. And lastly, introducing new software related to the built environment. Our main target participants for the program are: first, UTM architecture student, UTM FABU student, which is urban, regional and town planning, landscape architecture, and lastly, UTM alumni. For this program, we have invited guest and presenter, which is the architect Razin Mahmud, and UTM's alumni Ahmad Hakim Ahmad Haimi, which is the founder of KL Sketch Nation.
The webinar and portfolio exhibition is structured with organization chart, a committee to formulate the program perfectly, experience for visitors. a president who will keep eye on the work progress and guide the other team. There is also vice president, secretary, treasurer, protocol activity units, technical units, souvenir unit, multimedia and publicity unit, as well as sponsorship unit. Based on monitoring and evaluation, firstly, the protocol is to prepare schedule tentative for person in charge, observing the job scope for all of the committee. They must attend all meetings of the program to present the problem and improvement. Based on the technical part is to make sure the participant software and presenter flow of presentation runs smoothly, then responsible for handling the tools like the PA system, and they are responsible for handling the tent, chair, and so on. The multimedia and publicity is to publish information regarding the program to obtain participants throughout all the media platforms to increase engagement. Then preparing montage to showcase overview of the program, and then documentation of the program. For the souvenir is to handling gift and reward for the winner, and the sponsors finding sponsorship to aid in the term of financial. Based on the financing part from the Architect Club member fee for 158 of degree students, which is 10 ringgit per person, 58 of master students, which is 10 ringgit per person, and there is a 34 of other participants that will be charged for 12 per person. For the financial budget for 250 participants, the price will be 1,500 ringgit. The souvenir appreciation, there is a 200 ringgit. The purchases of equipment including internal use software and website cost for 900 ringgit. And then for the equipment, they will charge for 200 ringgit. The charge fee will be 300 ringgit.
Our registration will be started on every morning, following by breakfast session. Our main event will be started with webinar session 1 by architect Razim Mahmood, which will train the participants' thinking skill. After the sharing session ends, the event will be continued with individual portfolio session. This session will help the students to improve their communication skill and adaptability. Next, the event will have a lunch break at 12 noon. After that, the event will continue with our webinar sharing session 2 by UTI alumni Mr. Ahmad Hakim, following by team portfolio preparation and continue with the team portfolio presentation. This session will train the student communication skill, adaptability, leadership, and team working skill and thinking skill. After the presentation, the judges will start the discussion and the winner will be announced at the end of the event.
Before we end, I would like to highlight the importance of these attributes to UTM itself. So firstly, it would help to produce graduates who are able to convey ideas that are precise and concise, hence allows to build great connection between people to further extend the reputations of both the university and individual itself. Secondly, it will be bringing forth graduates that are allowed to contribute to the growth of other organization as a whole. And great adaptability will produce resilient graduates that are able to face the challenges opposed to them wherever they are. And as for thinking skills, the core of all attributes, it allows the development of other attributes in producing expansive all-rounded graduates. So in essence, it's important to acquire these attributes that are part of the soft skills, as these are essentials to our growth and progressions, not only on the career field, but also as a person. So that is all from us. Thank you for watching.